5 tips for buying a restaurant or cafe franchise. Tip number 1, research the brand. You want to know as much as possible about the brand. How long has it existed? Do consumers have positive affiliations with the brand? How many stores are there? Where are they located? What stores are doing great? What stores aren't? To make sure that you don't make their mistakes. Tip number 2, scope out the location. You want to make sure the restaurant or cafe you open is in a place where there are consumers that will enjoy your offering. When a master franchise wants to try out their product at a new location, you may become the experiment. It's even more important to do your research and make sure that you're happy with the location offered, otherwise that franchisor may not be the one for you. Number 3, ensure you have experience and a positive mindset. When we talk about experience, we mean some experience in this hospitality industry. It is a very fickle industry, and without experience in, say, how to manage staff, how to handle stressful situations, understanding of the operations day to day, it would be very difficult to cope with this new adventure. If you don't have any experience, we recommend that you go out, maybe try and volunteer your time at a restaurant, at a cafe, before you spend your money going on to this kind of adventure. A positive mindset is all about believing you can do it, because if you believe in yourself, then you will work twice as hard to make sure that you do what you've set out to do. Organize your initial and working capital is tip number 4. You want to budget the initial setup fees required to buy the franchise and have at least 3 months worth of working capital to cover costs and support the operations of the business. We also recommend you have funds saved for emergencies. The price of a franchise often varies from brands to brands and locations, and in some circumstances you may be able to negotiate with the franchisor, but don't count on it. Number 5, work with, not against a franchisor. When you buy a franchise, you are going into a long-term contract. It's typically around 10 years. But if you offer the best service and the best product to consumers, you will have a win-win situation. An example of working with them is follow their methods. They are tried and tested. And sometimes maybe you have innovative ideas that are a win-win for you and the franchisor. Feel free to share them. An example of this was the $5 foot-long sub introduced by a franchisee who was struggling to keep the store running, and eventually it worked.